What's next? What's next thing we talking about? Oh yeah, what happened with such and such? Bet. Let's keep on pushing. It will literally take me a conversation like this to think like, did she ask me that today?
I'm not surprised by that actually,
That is
because and the reason I say that is because generally speaking, you mostly want to know what's wrong
Right.
as a man. So if people give you, and then, or if it's like not that bad or not that wrong or not something that you have to fix, you like, cool, whew, moving on to the next topic. So I'm not completely surprised, but I'm not a man, so ask me.
What you got, T? What you gonna say?
Now I was gonna say, I guess if you're talking to the person every day and you're doing life with them, the how are you question could be kind of swept under the rug, unless there's something intentional happening. Like I can understand that. I have a
Yeah.
cousin, and she's like, "You're the only person though that really, to your point, Ren, that asks like, how am I doing?" And it makes me reflect on it. Aside from that, nobody's asking that question. But from a ministry perspective, I have that standpoint and that perspective with everybody that I pretty much communicate with, because life be life in and you want to know what's going on. But as far as in a relationship, I want to know. Again, I have that discernment, but I need you to also communicate and articulate what's going on. And I can't read your mind. So, and if you're not asking me, I'm gonna be offended because I had a hard day, but I want you to ask me about how my hard day was.
Exactly. I just been waiting to see something.
Exactly.
Now go wash some dishes, sucker. Now, I bet you'll ask me next time.
It's like, I'm glad you asked me. Now let's talk about this dish joke that you've been making.
Right. Right. Now let's sit down, sir.
Now go watch some.
You want to know how I'm doing? Wash the dishes. Bust them suds, bud.
I'm hurt. Y'all got me.
Parents used to do that though. They would make
Right.
out of whatever you was asking them. Like, can
100%.
wash these dishes? Like, what? That didn't.
Them dishes ain't gonna wash themselves.
Right.
I see the meme that said, "You smile once, and apparently you ain't sick no more." Like
Right.
you're in there
That's also
smiling.
black man.
You ain't sick enough to do them dishes.
Those is facts.
What you laughing about? You supposed to be sick. What?
Exactly.
We can't smile.
It didn't make sense.
Ain't no joy. No.
Right.
I saw something today with
goodness.
Deion Sanders and his daughter. And she was like, I'm not looking at nothing on my phone. I'm just looking at TikTok. Well, I'm going to take your talk. What? What? He's so black.
They love saying stuff like that.
That's hilarious. Oh, that's funny. Okay. And the last one for yes or no. And this may be a conversation faux show. Is this is what your significant other is saying. And I quote, "I am not posting you on social media until there's a ring." Is that a red flag or is it not?
No,
We got people
it's not.
sometimes. It's just stewing. It's stewing. I'm trying to figure out which way the boat gonna go.
It's not a red flag. I feel like that's how I operate too. Like I really don't want people in my business until like there's a real commitment. Like Didi always says, like it might be 30 days after marriage and we already bought our house and everything and then we gonna start posting. Like that doesn't make me feel less than. It doesn't make me feel like you don't prioritize me. It just makes me feel like you're just focusing on me and we don't need other people in our business until we want them in our business.
Respect that. T got something. She plotting, thinking of a master plan.
So my immediate answer was gonna be yes, it's a red flag. But
don't change up because the boss.
No. The boss did persuade me a little bit, but it depends on the actions outside of social media. Now, if you're dragging your feet outside of social media, it's a problem. It's a red flag because you playing games and you using it as an excuse. That's how I'm gonna perceive it. But
Can I ask, dragging your feet? What does that mean? Can you just tell me what that means? If you dragging your feet outside of social media, what is that?
Like most men, I'm gonna ask you this. Most men know, for the record, if they want to be with a woman long term from the beginning.
Define the beginning.
Oh my God. Answer the
You know
question.
the answer.
Here's the thing. Okay. I would say, just like a job, in those first 90 days, I can tell you what's happening.
That's okay. So that's my point.
Okay.
I'm not saying like at first
Day
glance.
one.
I'm not saying day one, but from the beginning, in the first couple months, you know if this is something you actually want to pursue and commit to long term or not. So if you're dragging your feet past that point, and then you got the social media excuse, we got a problem. For me personally, that's a red flag. I'm big on social media. Like, I'm on there often. I don't mind posting. I have posted my significant others in the past. It's not a problem to me. If that's their preference, go ahead.
What do you do after that then?
What do you mean?
So for example, let's say you in a relationship with D-Rock. Is there everything all cool? And I just had to say the blackest names I can think of.
Ex-con? What?
You in a relationship with Baby G, and he like, all right, yeah, we cool. And then something happens, you break up. Y'all been together for I don't know how long, but you posted them already. Do you then go and all right, we're gonna archive the mess out of these things?
Absolutely. Done it before. Absolutely. And you saying archive to be nice. I deleted them.
Yeah, I delete.
Delete. Oh.
Yeah.
Delete. Here's why, because Facebook be disrespectful with the memories later, but we're not
going to do.
They sure do.
That's why I should archive. That's why, because they be killing me this time.
Bring it back around a year later.
This happened 5 years ago. I'm like, I did not remember that.
Like, this is the dumbest status I ever wrote. I'm being so embarrassed. Thought I was cool.
So did. But no, so it depends on the trajectory of the relationship is how I would phrase it.
Okay. I respect that. And so let me, just to be overall clear, you mean if the security is not there before, this is just the icing on the cake?
Correct.
Respect. Correct. Okay. Didi, what you got for us?
Y'all already know where I'm at. Only because of the way my life has gone and has been. I don't know. I kind of just like having something to myself because so many eyeballs are on me all the time, from church stuff to family stuff. And sometimes I just be like, I just want my stuff to be mine. But if he just flat out tells me I'm not posting on social media, if we're not even talking about that, him just saying that, you're a red flag. Like, where did that come from? So it sounds like a red flag, and also maybe some trauma. Yeah. If we're not even talking about social media and you just, I'm not doing this or that, like, oh, But if it's a conversation, that's not a red flag for me. Right. If I'm like, the security thing is important. So if I'm secure in what we have, regardless of social media or not, like, I'm okay with that. And if I come up in a picture on somebody else's page, I'm not going to make them delete it. I mean, it is what it is. I'm not going to go that far to be like, let me make sure I'm not in anybody's pictures that was at the dinner last night. You know, I'm not going to do all that. But so if I come up, I come up, but I'm not offended if he says that.
But I also think, like, I would ask, like, why? Like, if I was like, sometimes I'm really into social. Sometimes I do a soft launch of the person I'm talking to if it's okay. Other times I really don't care to do that. But I would ask him why. Like, what's your reasoning? Yeah, just like why.
Hey, I'm about to give you a reason why. Here we go. This is my top 2 of why. It is definitely not. It is that I can't do. So that's the way I am. Like, I'm more along the lines of Didi, where it's like, yeah, if you waiting to learn off of social media, like, not only are you gonna find out like who the woman is and we full blown married, but we probably got a kid on the way, and you like, I ain't even know who's married. Like, hey, I do not care what the social media world is, and this is because the way that I use social media. I often have conversations with friends, and we talk about the levels of personal business that you share on social media. So like I have fun. I love laughs. I love whether it's expressing my faith, some creative projects and stuff like that. I love putting those things on social media. One thing you will never see from me in social media is going there and say something really personal about the state of my life. So like, for example, like, I had a history of depression, anxiety before. I ain't going on social media saying, "God, depression is hard, yo." I just like, no, social media don't get that. The close people to me get that.
Mhm.
Or even like super triumphs, like, "Oh man, you doing this and this and this." Yeah, that happened a year ago. Oh man, I ain't hear nothing about it. Well, sorry, sorry, you didn't know that I was doctoring. Like, sorry. Didn't update you on the Facebook machine, did I? Sorry, I apologize. Like I just don't do something near and dear of that, like, and put myself out there, because I do think we're in a social media age where, not that I'm operating in fear, I'm operating, and that's just not what I do. But I realize even people with the best intentions, got opinions. And it's like, yeah, thank you for your opinion. Now we're gonna have a conversation about why did you feel your opinion mattered in this, but um you still voiced it anyway, and maybe because you had the information. And um I'm not trying to hide the information from you, but I need you to know that you having a conversation with me is way more important than the picture that you see on social media.
Mhm.
And you can't not have a conversation with me for years on end and expect, since you know something about my life, to be able to speak into it. I'm sorry. It's not how it works. And so therefore I stay away from the personal intricacies in life and social media. Now scream at me. Dare me. I dare you, T. I dare you. You feel some type of way. You trying to clap back.
I actually don't have any rebuttals to what you said. I think it's just evidence of the fact that people use social media differently.
Mhm.
Some people are very personable and use social media as influencers, or they vlog and show every aspect of their life. Then there's other folks that use it for business purposes or whatever. I've dated guys that only post like different events for like their careers. One was a cowboy. And
Yeehaw. Girls
but
and cow-
everybody uses it differently. But again, when I
Mhm.
jokingly said trauma, the guy didn't post because of his previous relationship where the girl made him post everything and matching outfits. And I thought like, oh, like they're cute, but really it was like the girlfriend kind of forcing him to do all that stuff. So now when we're in a
Yeah.
relationship, it's like, don't post me. And I'm weird, like, okay, can I take a picture of us? Are you okay with it? Like, it made me feel weird. So now as I go forward, I want stability in my relationship where I'm not worried about if I can or cannot post you. It's just, are we stable and are we good? And is that the direction that we're going in? But to your point, if all that is taken care of on the back end, and that's just how you use social media in general, and it's not a trauma-based response, then I understand that wholeheartedly. And to your point, people are nosy. I've definitely done deep dives on people's pages to figure out if they're in a relationship or not. And it's one picture with one person, and I'm scrolling to see how long ago they've been together. But to your point, people use it that way. So I understand.
Mhm.
And I don't have a rebuttal. Everybody just uses it differently. So I'm not mad.
The boss did.
I would say I would no, not to you. I would say that I was actually recently in a situation where he was like, I don't
Oh,
want to post
I thought you was
you.
about to say something else. I thought you was about to say situationship. I was like, you better get that out of here in the name of the Lord.
Yeah, I was in a situation where he didn't want to post me, and it wasn't like I asked him to, but when I did a soft launch, he was kind of looking at me like, don't expect that from me. But his motives were different than like what T was saying. Is like like the security wasn't on my end. So when he was like, I'm not gonna post you, that was definitely a red flag, because he posts everything else. Like, he's not secretive about anything else. And I was just like, well, if we're going in any direction and like I do a soft launch, which sometimes I don't, then if he's like, yeah, I don't want to post you, and he's not being as intentional in person, then that's a red flag for me.
And so my rule has always been, you do what you want on your social media. That's always been my rule. So if you want to post me, oh, you can post us hand in hand and all this other stuff. But as for me, don't then force that upon me. You do what you want. I don't care if people go to your stuff and you're like, oh, okay, bet. Like I see that. I see it, her and Ren together. That's fine because that's your social media. You get to post what you want. As for me, I can't be that person in general. So I have a friend, and it's a girl. So here's the difference between our pages. The only thing I got is Instagram. I got TikTok, but I told y'all I'm old and I don't really understand what I'm doing on there. I'm just gonna be real with y'all. Like, I don't know how I keep getting these dang on people who be doing these lives and these weird sounds. Like, it be messing me up. I don't know what a galaxy is or a rose or what that does to this generation. But I digress. I'm old now. But the only thing I got is Instagram. And so think about it like this. I have X amount of followers when my page is public. Anybody and everybody who Google it can find it. I'm not hard to find. Whereas my friend, she has significantly less and it's private. And that's on purpose. Because when she goes out there and puts her personal business out there, she knows that she has almost curated all of her friends, and she is okay with them knowing this intimate things that's happening in her life. And so I can't hate on that, but at the same time, I can see already like the stuff that she posts. Like she posted one time having an anxiety attack, and it was of course post anxiety attack, and I was like, listen. I think that's awesome. Like, I could never. Like, what you just did, like, takes so much bravery, courage, transparency. Like, you just put that out there, like, in a world. And I can't tell you what your intentions about it. I don't know if it was just to educate or whatever, but like, dang. Like, it's kind of like seeing, an NBA player do a triple windmill. I'm like, dude, I can never do that. That's impressive.
Triple windmill.
I had the same exact like, dude, you're a star. I could never. And so I guess.
How about this? I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Go ahead. No, I just said I could never do the personal part.
I was gonna flip the question because I've also experienced somebody like too eager to post. Like when we like very, very early changed the whole status. This is when there was no Instagram, it was only Facebook. And I'm like, dude, I ain't even like, we didn't even leave the restaurant yet. Like, and it's like, I'm like getting all these messages and stuff. And I'm like, I don't know what's happening. Come to find out, he changed the status while we in the car. And I'm like, bro, like.
Oh, and it was you? So, he was chasing clout. He was chasing clout.
Was that it?
Clout chaser.
I'm like, sir. I'm like, so I feel like that's a little bit of a red flag. Like, dude, chill. Like, you was armed and ready. Like, and it's not like I'm gonna be mad at I'm on there, but like maybe the speed of posting is also something to consider too. Like, do this with everybody. Like relax.
I'm gonna say this. Y'all give me your opinion on this. I'm gonna say this. I got a friend. I ain't gonna say her name. God bless her. She just got married earlier this year. Now, she said before she got married, she was very transparent and open with her now husband. I need an Instagram husband. And what she meant by that is that we're going to do stuff for the gram. Don't marry me if you don't think if you're not okay with doing this.
Don't marry me.
Don't marry me if you don't think about, like, so for example, like going out places to stadiums and making sure you take a picture of me and we take a picture together and all this stuff and I'm posting. Like, here's the thing. If you wanted to kill her, just look at the last place she checked in. It's not going to be hard to find her. She is Instagram through and through.
Okay.
And so you do got people out there in the world like that. That's the only thing I'm seeing is that it's people
I
out
mean,
there.
she told him.
I was gonna say she was up front, so
She told
Yeah.
him, so he agreed.
you
He
knew
did.
what car
Yeah.
you
Set
bought
the
it.
Right.
expectations. Yeah.
I
He
mean,
did.
hey,
I seen it in
Yeah.
action. Like he thought that meant taking one photo. Nah, fam. Like the same pose happened like 72 times in front of me. I was like, bro, you don't like none of these? Nah, yeah. This man got patience of a saint. I can't. You don't like none of these. At this point, I will Photoshop them myself to fit your liking, but I ain't taking no more.
Yeah.
Like that's
well, she told him.
I was like, she communicated and said it, so it's not like you didn't know
Yeah.
what you signed up for.
she told him, and that's the life that they live right now, and it's the life that both of them. I mean, to some degree, they're okay with it. I mean, they, like I said, they both are accepted this situation. Okay,
I mean, that's a profession, so
it's Instagram
Right.
profession. This man be tired. He got some of the like he not the like most built like strong looking person, but his forearms is strong. Boy, be holding that phone up like that. Boy, it's remarkable. All right, y'all got time to go into the next section? We won't do all three, but y'all got time to go into the next section?
Let's
You
do
good?
this one rapid fire.
ooh.
Rapid
The
fire.
middle one. The middle one.
Got it. Middle one.
Yeah.
We're gonna do a rapid fire. Okay, so just to remind you, red, yellow, green. Red is oh heck no, this is an issue. Yellow is okay, cause for pause, but let's do some more investigation. And green is like this ain't no issue at all. Come on, bring it. Let's go. Number one, and I'm gonna hit you first, boss. Red, yellow, green. You don't want to introduce your significant other to your inner circles. So your closest friends, you don't want to introduce
Red.
Either you said red or what'd you say? What color?
Red.
Okay.
You said rapid fire. Am I supposed to give like an
Yeah.
explanation?
Nope. I'll take red. T, what you got?
I'm going red.
Okay, we gonna make this unanimous, DD?
Yeah. Why am I with you?
Unanimous red. I would say red too, because I need to know who your closest friends are in order to know who you are. Number two, they are upset that you don't want to share your location with them. So I don't know if you guys got iPhones when you share locations and know where they at. They are thoroughly upset that you don't want to share the location with them. Didi, you got first. Red, yellow, green.
Red.
Boss?
Red.
Yellow.
No, yellow. Yellow.
We following some group think in this place today. Okay. Number three, we're gonna come at you first, too. They always ask you, who you going with every time you say you got plans?
Yellow. The same people after a while, so they're gonna get used to it.
Okay. Didi?
Tone of voice is everything with this question.
That's a good point.
So I'm gonna say greenish yellow.
You know, okay. Greenish yellow. Okay. Boss?
Greenish yellow.
Greenish
I'm
yellow.
changing mine to green. Only
You
because it's gonna be the same people, so you can keep asking.
At least he asked, right?
I mean, you care because if you're not asking, then okay.
Like, hey, who you gonna be with, or who you going with? That's two different conversations.
Right.
Yeah, so the tone matters. But green is I could deal with it. So
Yeah.
So if it was who you going with, that would be a red flag.
Okay, so now small little phrasing and the tone matters.
Yeah, because he said always ask. Yeah, it matters.
You're always asking every time you go.
Because if I'm going somewhere and you don't even care where I'm going, you don't care who I'm with, you want me to leave.
I'm a
Ain't you got somewhere to go?
I'm gonna go yellowish red.
okay.
Orange.
You didn't answer the last one.
Yeah, I did.
No, you didn't.
No, you didn't.
Location.
Location? Oh, I did.
He
say
don't like
location.
that.
He made
I
a
don't like
face.
I
You
don't like that. I don't
You
like
don't
the
like sharing
location.
locations? I got about 10 locations on my phone right now.
I do too. I got like I lied. I got 3, and they
You
all
can
my
see
close
the
guy
location.
friends. So if I die, y'all text them and see where I'm at. Just gonna be real. So they always ask me where I'm going. I'm gonna say yellowish red. That's to me. I don't know. I feel like that has been said in the context of trust issues before.
Trauma.
Number 5.
Number
They
4.
are very. No, see, I can't even spell. Okay. Number 4. They very rarely say we when discussing future plans. They mostly say I. Boss, what it is.
I've been in that red flag.
Okay. Okay. Red flag. T, what you got?
Red. Red.
Okay. We're gonna start having you go before Jocelyn because that's these getting too similar. Dee, what you got?
That's a red flag.
Okay. Unanimously, I'm gonna say red too. It means I'm not in your plans. Here we go. T first. You ain't stealing nobody's answer. Number 5. They are tight-lipped about their past relationships.
Red flag. Immediately. I'm sorry, red. I'm just say red.
Dee.
Yeah, that's a red flag.
Okay.
Man, I wish I could elaborate, but go ahead.
Yeah, I was like, I'm gonna wait.
Boss.
I feel like we should give red flag, but I feel like we should give T a little something.
Nah,
let the prophetess speak.
Wait, what?
No, prophetess T. Let us speak.
Listen.
She started moving her seat. She couldn't say something. Nah, I'm just gonna say red flag. She started scooting back and forth.
Yeah, she was like,
"You talking about trauma?" Listen, no, I'm just kidding. I just feel like I value safety and vulnerability. I've dealt with an emotional vault before, and if you're not open and honest, it's not going to work. Especially when it comes to relationships. I'm open about mine just because I want you to know what I've dealt with and also who you're going to be dealing with as well. And if I am not given the luxury of doing the same, then it's a problem. What you got?
In a percentage of 100% of everything that's ever happened to them in terms of past relationships, how open are we talking about? If 100 is everything, how open are we talking about?
Are you talking about particular relationships or just in general with the relationships that I've had?
I'm talking about
with the person.
Yo man is like you're saying that you want to know about their past, you want to know what's going on and stuff like that. Now there's levels to this. There's 100% every single detail.
Mm-hmm.
There's lower percentages. I don't know what numbers these would be, but like you get the gist of it and you get where they struggled in it, but you don't know it. Like it's no need to go into detail. And you know what I mean? Or 0 being you don't know nothing at all. So how open are we talking about?
I'm gonna say along the lines of like 75-80%. Some things you don't need to know every single detail, but I need to know if you were not wise with decisions of situations you were in that did not make sense, right? Or if you were just dumb and not paying attention. And now if that's a pattern, that's a problem. And if I can't call you out on it, that's also a problem, But the same with me. I'm very open. There's some details I should not have shared, but I did. But I wanted it to be a vulnerable space for both of us to be honest and open. So if we can't be honest and vulnerable, how are we really going to move forward?
There's 2 things I just learned. A, thank you for speaking knowledge into my life with that answer. And B, Jocelyn cannot snap. She can't snap to save her life. Like she okay. I just want to make sure. Yeah, okay.
There we go. I really snap with my left hand, not the right, and I'm not doing it.
And Jocelyn's left hand ain't doing it right now either. She just disguised it.
I'm over here proving people wrong.
Listen.
Didi, is that a red? Did you say that was a red, Didi?
Red.
Red.
Okay. Okay. I just want to make sure. Yeah, okay. I just want to make sure. Yeah, okay. I just want to make sure. Okay. Okay. I just want to make sure. Yeah, 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 okay. I just want to make sure
No, I didn't answer, but yes, if they're tight-lipped, to me that means you don't want to share, and that is a red flag.
Mm-hmm.
How open is open enough for comfortability? Give me a number.
If you're telling me you want to marry me, then there are some things that we should discuss. I don't need to know names. I don't need to know crazy stuff, but I do need to know also to protect my physical body. I need to know if we need to talk through some stuff, if you made some choices that are risky health wise. I need to know there's just some things that if you love me and you're pursuing me and you want a lifelong commitment with me, same thing that T said, like I should know what I'm coming into and I should be given the luxury of a choice if I want to pay that cost to be with you to deal with some things that you may have dealt with. You know, if you have children, or if you almost had children, or if your parents aren't really whatever the relationship is with that. Like I don't need to know details, but when you love someone, you should be willing to give who you are. But tight-lipped is ridiculous. Um I think it's fair. So I don't have a I can't quantify it, but I think the important stuff, if you love me and you're trying to make a safe space for me to trust you with my life, then you should be willing to answer any question that I have. Now, I know there's a way I should ask those questions to be sensitive, but if you're unwilling to answer a certain question, then I have a problem with that.
Yeah.
Okay, boss, you made us elaborate. I know you got
Look at
something.
these virtuous women. Like they said it all. I agree.
Okay.
I agree.
Yeah.
Both
Look
of them.
at that. You're gonna have to do more than just say it. Okay, here's number 6. We're on the number 6. You don't consult each other before making big decisions. Boss, what you got?
Red flag. You said big decisions. Red
Yes, I
flag.
did. T, what you got?
I'm not saying it because she said it, but I'm also
See,
going with a red
stop.
flag.
I need to stop. I knew that. I shouldn't. Jocelyn can't go first again. Somebody remind me. She cannot.
These are my top 2 draft picks. What you thought?
But to her point, you said big decisions. Now going
Yes,
to
I
get
did.
gas or what shirt to pick, okay, whatever. But
Right.
the life stuff when we're doing life together and you're making those decisions, it's the equivalent of you saying I instead of we.
Okay. I respect that. I respect that. Jocelyn and her snapping. Diddy, what you got?
She's trying to make sure you don't ever forget. She can snap
You
with
better
you.
remember. Yesterday.
Don't you ever. Yeah, that's a I agree. That's a red flag.
Yes, I agree.
Because consult is not asking permission, but it is consulting.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
It is considering is a big
Yes.
word I use in relationships. Did you even consider me? Even if you didn't need my opinion, but did you consider how this would affect me?
That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I agree. I agree wholeheartedly. So number 7. Now, I'm not going to give any context to this. I'm not going to give you no backdrop or whatever. You're going to take these words for whatever you think they are. Number 7. They make solo plans. Dee, what you got?
I mean, in my mind, whatever significant is, that's a orange flag.
I got the color palette real quick.
Combining colors.
That's an orange flag. I mean, if you don't know me by now, I don't do yeah.
I just don't know what the colors mixed together equals.
You provided no context, so you
So,
messed up.
but orange is these two, right?
Red and yellow.
Oh, red. Oh, respect.
Red and yellow make orange.
I only see different shades of gray anyway. I don't know why I even tried that. T, what you got?
I'm going with yellow.
Okay.
I can elaborate, but I'm gonna wait and let the boss go.
I'm gonna say yellow. Like I'm gonna say yellow. Like you're still an individual inside of a relationship.
I'm gonna say green.
Oh, you want to
I'm not
elaborate?
allowed to elaborate, so I just escaped this with a loophole. But I'm gonna say green, and I'm gonna confidently with my chest say green.
Say it with your chest.
Yeah, and that's based on past history. Okay, eight and final one, last and final one. Number 8 in this category, it is they're suddenly out of nowhere showering you with gifts and attention, way more than they ever have, just constantly. I'm gonna regret this. Boss, go first.
Well, maybe he figured out what he has, so that's a green flag.
Boom.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
I woke
I
up.
I feel like it's something else on the other end of those tracks, and Didi gonna give it to us. Didi, what you think?
You don't know me.
Hey,
Uh,
we don't see.
I'm gonna say yellow because I'm not gonna stop him right away. I'm gonna see where this is going.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Respect. T.
The way you said it made it a little questionable, but I'm also going to say yellow. Because you said all of a sudden. And depending on how significant we are, is it in the budget for you to be buying all this stuff all of a sudden or not?
Budget. Okay.
So we're going to see. So that's why I'm saying yellow. Because I honestly am going to be skeptical. But to be fair, I'm not going to say no to the gifts. So.
Okay. Is that?
But can you be
write it out.
skeptical and still be a green?
And let me ask a second question off of that. Is you receiving not consent to the action?
We got to have a conversation.
What consent got to do with it? Because
we need to talk.
Because that's what y'all be doing that stuff. Well, you ain't stop me. Nah. What consent got to do with you showering me with gifts? Nothing.
I'm just playing devil's advocate.
I know you gonna get what devils get. Chill out.
You gonna get what devils get. You gonna learn today.
It's already enough of these wild podcasts out here.
Okay, I respect that. I'm just gonna leave it at that. We're gonna leave it at I think I'm gonna do yellow too. I'm gonna say yellow too.
It's sketchy.
It's probably my toxic mindset, but yeah, I'm a little sketchy about that. But yeah, I'm not even a gift receiver like that. So you doing something anyway. This last category.
Well, okay. I got one thing. Like, what if we progress in our relationship? Because I'm a giver. So like, what if we're starting to we're official? We start, we're at another level. That's when I'm like, you're like showering me, you're spoiling me, and I want to do the same with you. And it just happens to be like all of a sudden after we break this seal of where our relationship is. That's different to me.
That's a reason though. I feel like he's saying out of the blue they just start giving you gifts.
Okay.
See,
all right.
You know what? Since she opened that worm, I want you to give us the toxic side. What's your intrusive thoughts saying right now? Why is it yellow?
Me?
Mm-hmm.
With them, which part?
Why is it yellow? They suddenly give you gifts. She over here seeing the best in it, oh, we hit this level. I want to give you gifts. You giving me all this
in
stuff.
that regard, yes, because my mom told me don't buy a man no shoes because he's gonna walk out your life.
Walk out of your life. That's not real. I need some
Listen,
That's not real.
It's real.
She didn't say don't accept no shoes. She said don't buy no shoes. So that's different. But I feel like if we're moving and progressing in a relationship, then that's different, right? From the beginning, I'm not doing that stuff. But if the relationship is progressing in that regard, then yeah, absolutely. Because you've proven to be worthy for me to give you all that stuff and vice versa. But if we're already in a relationship that's further along and you typically don't do that stuff, but now all of a sudden you are,
Sketchy.
it is sketchy. Let's have a conversation. I'm not just going to like be upset, but let's have a conversation. And I don't have a problem confronting respectfully. You know, like you don't typically do this, but where's this coming from? Is there any reason? And I'm also cautious, like Dee said, with my words because they can be sharp and offensive without that intent. So I don't want to come off as unappreciative, but I also am a little sketchy because you don't typically do this. So don't give me a reason to think so. Like, where's this coming from? So
Okay. T, I got a question. This is
Yeah.
a respectfully question because if whatever you say next, I'm gonna direct this at Didi anyway.
I'm
But
nervous.
Every time.
but are you a mom?
I am not.
Okay. And I
Do
know
I get
Josh.
mom vibes?
I know Josh is not a
Well,
mom.
I
but
got 3,000 kids. What you talking about?
3,000.
I'm with Sarah and them
Oh, okay.
in the
Well,
Bible.
I was about to say something terrible. Anyway, Lord, I got a sharp tongue and good comebacks. Be with me now. I ain't saying nothing. I'm gonna direct this at D because she is a mom. Is there like when you become a mom, is there like a Black moms meeting where everybody just share this information about the whole shoes and walking out of your life? Like all Black moms say that, and where are they getting this from? So you tell me, when you became a Black mom, did they have a formal meeting saying these are the things you got to pass down to your kids?
No. And
Okay.
my mom didn't tell me that. The point is when you are just a generous person, when you care about somebody, you always are thinking, if you're a giver, you're going to be thinking to give because that's your natural response to people you care about. But when you're in a relationship with a male romantic relationship, you have to be careful because sometimes they know that and they can take advantage of that. Like the whole idea of, well, on the bad side, the toxic side, it will be the project. You get with a guy who has potential and you believe in that potential and you fix him up. And then next, he catch a glance at himself in the mirror. He like, oh, wait a minute. I got options out there now. Now they looking at me.
Mm-hmm.
Or might help them with the business, or you might help them with whatever, sometimes spiritually. And because you pour out and they didn't have nothing to pour back, you're always at a deficit. Mm-hmm. So it's as simple as some J's, or it could be just let me show you something. Let me help you with your budget. I didn't know that. Can you show me? Sure. And now all of a sudden they feeling themselves and they forget who was there or forget. But I think where it stems from is if you're a generous person, if you're a giver, you have to be really careful. And that's with me. So if I like a guy, I have to tell myself, not yet, not yet, not yet, not yet. Because that can't happen. Yeah. And then they start to identify you as, oh, she gonna hook me up, instead of just the girl that I want to be with, I admire. I love how generous she is. And it becomes, she gonna give me something. It's Tuesday. I know something coming in the mail. Right. Whatever. That's what it's more so about.
When I was in college, I had a crush. And never dated this crush. Never went on one singular date. And I seen a movie once. Yeah, that's how all good ideas happen from movies. I don't care what anybody says. And so I started writing it had to be at least for like 3-4 months, just because it's Wednesday, and I would buy her favorite candy and put it in her mailbox. It never progressed anywhere. I want my money back. That's basically the moral of the story. It never went anywhere. Didn't even get a date. You know who you are at this point. I need my reparations.
I think I might know
that.
Huh?
Just because it's Wednesday, I know what movie was that?
Listen, I can't give you all this.
I know. I feel like it's on the tip of my tongue.
I'm gonna use this stuff again. I can't just keep. It's more ammo in that movie. I can't be out there revealing my source.
Trauma. I think I might know this person.
Me too.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Oh, I might know the movie. I don't know the person.
Listen, Okay, we're gonna move on because I ain't gonna sit up here and cry. Um,
About to be playing Neo.
Right.
I'm
So sick of
Dancing in the rain.
There's
Tuck
never
her in,
a
y'all.
right time
Kill it.
Same.
to
Dancing in
say
the rain with a
goodbye.
microphone stand.
But I gotta get thirsty, but if I don't, you go to South Beach. Okay, y'all killing me.
Yeah.
I can kill you on some breakup songs. That's amazing. Okay, here we go. I'm just gonna start. Y'all tearing me up. This is the last and final portion of this. Now this is gonna reveal some things of us. Mainly probably boss. And I just say I just want to encourage you guys before we go into these last two scenarios that you let the toxicness out. Don't fake the funk. Okay, if you toxic, you toxic. Okay. This is scenario number one. All right, you are newly married, right? So you in it. You locked in. Clank clank. Ain't no more locked in that you can get. You're prepared, and so this scenario is probably based on the names that you give these people, or the personalities you give these people. And so here's scenario number one: you're preparing to hang out with a close friend. So the same sex, same sex friend. You got your closest female friend. They just made it to your house, where you and your significant other live. You and your husband lives. He's in the house, and you're about 25 minutes away from home. Can your friend wait inside the home, or do they need to wait in the car? Whoever want to do it, whoever, just y'all just step up and. Oh, look, they ain't used the dang on mute button the whole time.
Back
The whole
though.
time. I didn't even know that T knew what the mute button was. And yet alone, that
These two
scenario
right
came
here.
out, and
Yo,
they
we both was like,
Y'all match made in heaven.
1, 2, 3, mute. Like, oh, like.
we
They didn't even want to breathe toxic.
Woo!
They knew what they were saying. Didi, start us out, please. Say it. Help us.
Ooh, this is. Okay, I'm just gonna go off the way my life is set up. She can chill inside, and that's because the people that are my friends, I don't say friend loosely. They're like sisters. They're like family, and so they're probably like his sister as well. Because I don't be hanging out with that many people. Like the circle is tight. So I feel like at the point that I'm married, like that's his sister as well.
Okay.
Now, if I say I'm 4 hours away, like, sis, what are you doing? That's just weird.
What are you doing? Yes.
Yeah, that's like, why are you? Why?
What's up, guys? This is Ren from the Set Apart Podcast. Did you know you can interact with us and continue the conversation via our online forum? That's right. You can email us today at setapartpodcastteam@gmail.com, because this is not just a podcast. This is a movement. We're looking forward to hearing from you.
But no, if it's just like I'm coming home from work or whatever, 25 minutes, have her sit outside is kind of silly. The people that are in my circle, the way I have my friends set up, that wouldn't be a problem for me.
I respect that answer. I'm gonna make sure on this one that I go to T before I go to boss.
Because he don't want me repeating whatever she say. That's
whatever she said. And here's the thing too, though. This is what I know. I'm gonna tell you what I do know about Jocelyn. She is over there editing her rough draft in her head right now. Whatever her first thought was, she was like, I need to make sure that I don't come out and just rattle off. She editing right now. What you got? What you got, T?
She could come inside the house. And I say that because one, I'm a generous person. And to Dee's point, I actually have a lot of friends, but as far as who I'm actually close to, enough to be at the house and come and kick it and be there when I'm not there, it's not a lot of people. And to Dee's point, if they're close to me, they're going to be close to him as far as like a brother type of relationship anyway. And all of my close friends hold me spiritually accountable and vice versa as well. So I would not be worried in that regard. Now, if it's longer than like an hour per se, first of all, why are you there so early? Secondly, you can go shop or meet me like it's not that serious for you to be there that long. Like,
hey, you can do this, this, and this. It's a water.
I'm gonna give you options. But that's what I would do. Be at your house a whole
I'm not
hour,
gonna wait at your house. Like,
I'm not gonna do that. That's weird. That's weird. So go find a shopping plaza because more than likely I'm gonna live near one. Go over there, and I'll see you. But like 25 minutes, have at it. Have at it.
Yo, T, my type of girl.
After this, I gotta tell you something about the Lord. I gotta tell you something about the Lord. He be knowing.
Yo, T is that's my good sis.
you echo everything she say, boss.
I'm a matchmaker. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah, like T is what's up.
Sorry, you don't know what just happened. But
yeah, I'm brought off. Okay, keep going.
I'll catch you up later.
Yeah, Jocelyn.
So I guess I'm gonna be secure in our relationship. What's for me is for me. God hooked me up. Like God ordained this. Like I don't have any reason to think toxic thoughts. However, it is weird if it goes over an hour and like I'm outside and I have to, and it's gonna take me over an hour to come home. Like that's mad weird. But anything under like 30 minutes is fine because I definitely want my closest friends to be close to him. You know, like they both said, a brother figure.
Right. Okay.
We definitely living next to a shopping center.
Okay. As a man.
Okay.
Okay. If your homeboy is trying to meet up with you and your wife is at the house doing what she do and you are 30 minutes out, can he go ahead and go in there and wait for you? Thank you.
Ain't no thoughts. Ain't no thoughts to it. Ain't like it ain't even debate for me. And it's not a trust issue thing.
I know. Y'all think different.
Yeah.
It's a territorial thing. It's not trust.
It's not. It has nothing to do with me thinking any type of foolery is gonna happen or nothing like that. I think it's a safety thing. One. And two, I'm a guy, so I know this might be some TMI, but you guys know guys all the time. Like if I can sit on the toilet for 15 minutes, not do anything and watch YouTube videos, you can do that in your car. Like you can really waste 25 minutes quick. So yeah, to me, it's a no for me, dog. It's a no for me, dog, for sure. But I'm so very curious to find out how DD's a matchmaker. I'm very curious. Like maybe it went over my head. Well,
let me give credit to the Holy Spirit, okay? Because this is crazy. So I met Tiana. She was probably 10. I don't know. Little. Maybe like 11, 12. I don't know. I met Jocelyn when she was about 10. I used to go to California every summer after we moved from California to Texas. And, you know, church fam is fam. See each other all the time, me in church all the time, all the activities, all the stuff. So sometimes we would go places, do little things. Also, basketball in common with Tiana. You know, we didn't play a lot of stuff, but that's what we had in common, you know, girls. Jocelyn. Same thing, but in Texas. Same exact thing. Went to all my games, talked about hooping, all of the same stuff. Took it seriously, all that same stuff. I had a feeling that this would be the best two people to get on this conversation because I feel like the like-mindedness, both love basketball, both love the Lord, both really trying to do this thing, both have relationship experience, but like, I consider both of them like little sis. From different distances. So then when they start answering the same, I was laughing because I'm like, because they are the same.
Right. Okay.
To the point where they muted, leaned back, We live by shopping. And I was like, this is crazier than I expected it to be. But that's why I said my top 2 draft picks, because it's like they're going to be friends without me in the middle.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
You know both of them since they was 10, and respectfully, I have some questions then.
Something like that.
So Jocelyn is she's awesome, you know, $1 million smile, a beautiful woman, singer-songwriter. But I have to know, since you've known her since 10, how many inches did she grow since that time? I just want to do the math.
You know what? That's even crazier. You know why? They're both point guards that are not very tall.
How tall are
Wow.
I'm 5'2" on a good day.
I told you.
Wow.
I told you.
Not saying like 4'10".
I'm telling you.
Give me my inches. I'm 5'1".
No, she stayed with her hair done. 5'1".
Listen, 5'1" and 3/4. I say 5'2" because it's easier to say. But yes, that's so funny.
I'm telling you.
That's crazy. Okay, I respect that. I've seen, so like I had met Jocelyn the first time, and then I seen a picture with her and CJ, and I was like, hold up.
Nah, that's that picture we took at your crib. I know exactly which one he talking about.
Now, my son is a giant, but still.
I was gonna say he's pretty tall for his age, so she get a pass.
Okay, I respect that. I would have not known that T was that short. Respectfully. Okay.
Respectfully.
I get it in person all the time. You're a lot shorter. Yeah, I know. It's okay.
Okay. This is not on the thing. I just want to know. This is intrusive thoughts. Once a guy, I'm a guy. Do girls do they ever think, when it comes to guys, oh, this is how tall or how short they are, and what my babies would look like?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I'll speak for myself. Absolutely.
So, okay.
Yeah.
So
if we gonna have a fighting chance, he gotta be.
Those are my words, literally all the time. My kids need a fighting chance.
Yeah, I didn't have that problem.
He has to be over 6 feet, honestly.
Didi, you you're a good height for a woman. You 5'9".
I'm taller than the average woman. I'm 5'9", so typically they got to be at least that. So now, you said looks. You said looks or height.
I mean height. I mean, because like, for example, like I often think, and I'm 6'1", 6'2", whatever it is. I hate when they say you 6'1" without shoes, but 6'2" with shoes on. Bro, I always got shoes on. Like,
that's a man thing.
That is. I'm not tripping off the shoes.
I hate that so much. And so that's what the doctors say. Oh, you're 6'2" with shoes on. And when am I gonna be around here yabba dabba doing? Anyway,
with heels on, I'm 5'8". No, I'm just kidding.
All the inches. All the inches.
So that's my thing. When I wear heels, I have to be cognizant of certain things because, pictures.
Yes. So he can't be 5'3", because when I put on heels, it's over.
See, to me, that's crazy. That's crazy. And so
it's not a red flag, but it's a flag.
Easy.
It
is.
I mean, okay. See, Didi, I would understand you coming from your height and all this other stuff, that you would probably not think first to date a guy 5'5". But like 5'5" is taller than 5'1".
I strongly considered a 5'7".
Strongly considered.
Okay.
No, it was tough for me because that would mean I'm barefoot to make him look a little bit. I'm just being honest.
You can't wear no type of platform.
That's what I'm saying. He was a possible, but
the short kings.
It didn't work.
Over him in Converses. Dang, that's messed up.
We appreciate short kings. Like I got nothing against him because I'm mad short. As long as he taller than me, but I would prefer someone way taller than me.
Yes. Same. All the guys I've dated have been over 6'3". Yeah.
These girl.
But my entire family is short. So I see the math. I see how it's working. I need to change the trajectory. You know what I'm saying? That's all.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But I will say it's not a It's not an absolute deal breaker. I will say that.
It's not.
Because if the Lord brings him and he's shorter than I expect, and he has all the other qualities, then Lord, you brought him for a reason.
That's
but
right.
my preference is to be taller. That's all.
Okay. I can't be too mad at you guys. I'm not saying because I don't care. Like I would date a woman taller than me. But keep in mind, to be taller than 6'2", you got to be some astronaut.
Exactly.
Like,
how many do you really see?
yeah, I dated one girl that was taller than me. Well, she probably wasn't taller than me, but we was looking at each other in the eyes. Like she was up there. And then she liked to wear heels, and I was like, I don't have a short man's complex. Put the heels on. Let's do this. You know what I mean? Let's go wherever we're going. But I just think it's crazy how that's how all bad stories start. I just think it's funny how 5'1", and I'm talking about heels can only do so much. So you what, 5'4"? Like they ain't got you ain't wearing no stilts.
What's your point?
I just think it's crazy how
he's basically saying, how could you ask so much
with so
when
little?
The gap is gonna be so right.
I just told you that. Genetics. I just told you.
But I'm not gonna be like he has to be over 6. Like, you know, like it would be nice. But if he's like 5'7" and up, like I'm good.
That's the other part that you're missing. These two are basketball players. So basketball bodies are tall.
And I respect that. But have you ever thought about when you procreate with this man and your kid is 13 climbing on the top counter to get cereal from the top of the refrigerator? That's your fault. You the reason they're short. Have you ever thought about that?
They getting scholarship and getting out of there, so I'm not really tripping.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
But no, honestly, I joke about it. I've been saying it for years. That would be my preference, but I'm not opposed to like 5'7".
Right. Yep.
What's the average for a man? I don't know how tall that is.
I think it's 5'10".
5'10". Okay. Dang.
I think, yeah.
Okay, I digress.
And I think the average for a woman is like 5'6".
Yep.
Just don't tell them. Okay. We're gonna keep going. We ain't gonna talk about the average for a woman. Scenario number 2. Your significant other is not willing to let you have their phone password or be in their phone until you guys are locked up with a ring. Is that a red flag? Is that a green flag? Do you like, oh, that's fine? Or you like nah, I need to know?
I can start.
Okay.
First of all, him making that statement to me is a red flag because that lets me know you've had this conversation with somebody before. Because I'm the type of person, I don't need your phone. I don't need to go through your phone. If you give me a reason to not trust you, if you want me, you should be doing whatever it takes to gain my trust back. But if you just say it, just so you know, you're not getting my password. Like, what is the need to say that? Because I didn't ask for your password. You know what I'm saying? I don't need to go through somebody's phone unless I have a reason to believe that there are things going on in your phone.
What if it happened nonchalantly? So what if it happened nonchalantly? Like y'all in the crib chilling, hanging out or whatever, and you trying to change Apple Music and you need the password to put next on the song. Like what if it's something small like that? And he's like, nah, I don't give passwords without the ring.
Well, that's a red flag because
absolutely
that's a red flag. And you just created a whole thing for no reason.
Okay.
Which there's a reason. Because for me, I start with 100% trust, then you can lose it. I don't start at 0, then you gain it. So if you start giving me a reason, like that's weird. I just want to change the song or whatever. No. You run into the phone, falling over the couch. Like, what are you doing?
before anything, before we even go to anybody else, Didi, I gotta ask this: if the shoe was on the other foot or whatever, right, and he like was changing a song phone, like song on your phone, you gave him the password 1212, whatever, and
Everybody say that when they get this scenario. 1212.
I know
Have
I
y'all
don't
noticed
know
that?
what that starts about. But you give him the password, he changed the song or whatever, but you see that he doing other stuff. Does your trust change that way? Like he looking through text, or he doing other stuff on your phone. You gave him the code to change your just the song, and he looking other places. Does that? You said you started 100. Does it go down from there?
I don't think it's a trust thing. I think like something's wrong with him. Because if I gave you my phone and my password, obviously there's nothing that you shouldn't know that's going on. But my grandma be doing that. Get my grandma phone, she just swipe everywhere. I'll be like, girl, what is you doing? Like I just said, look at this. Oh, let me see. And you all in my stuff. Just that don't mean I have something to hide. That's just I don't think that's a trust issue. It is a red flag because it's showing me that you probably have some issues from before me where you feel like there's something to find that's going to shock you.
Right.
I just think it's weird. Like, to me, in my mind, significant means we pretty much married. We that significant enough where we sharing. It's not that deep for me. But I don't need to go through your phone.
Okay. The craziness that is Jocelyn. Would you mind answering the same question?
The first one or the second one?
The first one. You're not getting the password until marriage.
It just really depends on the context, but I would say it's a red flag if it's like, yo, I just need to get in here real quick to do this, and this, and he's like, nope, not till marriage, and I'm just shut down immediately. I think it's a red flag. Like what you got on your phone that you don't want somebody to see, or it's like, why aren't you like what's going on to where you are not willing to just do the small thing, like this small thing for me to get into your phone. It's not like I want to go through your things. It's just that I might need it for something else, something small.
Okay. T. Exactly what Jocelyn said. I think it's
Those are my words. I was gonna say,
mine.
I'm gonna echo the same sentiments as the both of them. You start off with 100 until you give me a reason. People with trust is usually like, I don't trust you until you give me a reason to, or I trust you completely until you give me a reason not to. And I'm the
Yep.
latter. So I trust you until you give me a reason not to. So I don't mind. I'm not immediately like, here's my phone password. But if you ask for it, I'm not tripping because, again, I don't have anything to hide. If there is personal information, like somebody's going through something and they don't want that information shared, then I will let them know that. But it's not me like, don't use my phone. Have at it because I don't have anything to hide. And vice versa. I want them to feel the same way. So if they are hiding or, as D said, tripping over the couch trying to run and get their phone because they don't want me to see it, that's going to give me a reason to think that you are hiding something, and I'm going to start questioning you, or we're going to have a conversation.
Okay.
And I've got people that are really private, so I think that's one thing. But when you're secretive and hiding stuff, that doesn't sit well with me, and I'm the opposite. So, and I think that's why.
Okay. I think I don't know. I could go either way on that. I could go either way. One thing is that I think some people buy into the lie, and you guys can tell me I'm definitely wrong. Some people buy into the lie that when your relationship progresses, that there's no boundaries, like boundaries start to disappear. Um, so I think it really depends on the situation. Now, I give people, I'm saying it live on Set Apart Podcast. Y'all can judge me. I give people disclaimers because I'm from the fitness world and we like progress pics. So unless you want to see 95% of what my mama gave me, do not enter that photo realm. But that's just is what it is. But it really depends on, to me, does this person and I would sit up here and say, oh, I wouldn't be with somebody who struggles with boundaries, but that's stupid because I have before, and I've been that idiot in that relationship before. That struggle with boundaries, truly, like you would never be able to. This person did have my password, but just struggles with, like, no, they have the mindset. They had the mindset of, no, everything that is mine is yours. As everything is yours is mine. I need to know it all, like it all. And so, honestly, we would have arguments in that past relationship when I was trying to surprise her with stuff. Like, you'll see like a receipt, or you'll see like a tracking confirmation or something like that. Something that I'm really trying to be nice with, and I'm like, please don't go. I'll say, don't go into like what my emails or something like that. I'll say that, giving them the caveat that I don't want them to go into the emails for, and yeah, it's very secretive. I'm like, hey, I got something brewing. Don't go into my emails. That's all I ask. My emails. Guess what the first thing they want to go into?
Me, man.
And so it goes in, and like and I get frustrated after like the third, fourth times of like, gosh, like it just makes me not want to do something nice when I can't do something nice without this being a thing.
So that means she had the password to your email.
Right? No, you know how you get into your phone.
Oh, she went through your phone.
Yeah. So you just get on the Gmail app, and so you'll see the confirmation email or whatever.
Why was she going through your emails? Was this because you said don't go through my emails?
Well,
or
yeah,
that's what I thought, because you said don't. It made her be like,
it is. And so that's exactly why. So I'll literally say, like, hey, whatever you want to do on that phone is fine. Please do not go through my emails. There's something that I got. Like I literally gave you the heads up. Don't go through my emails. But the first thing, because I said that, she want to go through.
That's a red flag.
Yeah. I was like, the way you said it, like, I got something
right.
Give me the impression it's a surprise. So I'm not gonna do it. But again, you said it was probably 3 or 4 times. To the boss's point, that's a red flag.
Yes, it's a red flag. I mean, because each time, like, it ended the same way. And it's like, okay, if this has happened 3 times already, and you realize that it was nothing crazy.
What's the next stage after red flag?
3 means the completion of a testimony or trial.
Hey.
Look at you, Awanas.
Hey.
Go ahead, tell it. You ridiculous.
Every time she found out it was for her, like, girl,
every time.
Stop.
I want to be surprised.
And then it got to the point where it was like, I'm gonna be real. This is me in my heart now, and I would say I was wrong in this order. When the item actually arrived, I was just like, here. Like, it ain't even like, I'm not even excited to get it. Like, you already know this movie is coming. Like, here, take it. Like, God, it's yours. Like it was no excitement after that.
She already signed. She was tracking it.
She was tracking it. Email to her.
She put the text alerts to her phone. I know that's mine.
Crazy.
Bro, take your little funky little watch. I don't even want it no more. I don't even want to do nothing for you no more. But yeah, that's a big red flag for me when you have to fight to do something nice.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I shouldn't have to fight to try to surprise you or serve you with something. It's a red flag.
Yeah.
Anyway, I digress. Let's say y'all want this to turn into a therapy session.
Jesus and sweatshirt on, but we're gonna leave that alone. D got her Jesus and therapy sweatshirt on, but we're gonna leave that alone.
We're gonna leave that alone.
Because I'm not licensed.
I'm not licensed. Just say what you want to say, and then I'll tell you if it's stupid or not. That's Dee Dee's approach to therapy.
Yeah.
I mean, we didn't have some sessions.
We had,
but
for sure.
Off air.
Off air for sure. Well, thank you for Dee Dee for finding the 2 people that I'm still not sure if they the same or T just like copying answers. I don't know.
Relax.
I just don't know yet.
Yo, T was dropping gems of her own.
Yeah.
She was dropping gems.
She didn't even really unleash all the way yet. Like, she
not
really...
too much on my good sis.
A part of
Look
me
at
want to
that.
know, like,
Look at
what was
that.
the first thoughts?
What?
A part of me want to know what was the first thoughts before y'all, like when y'all muted and collectively sat back. What was the first thing that came to y'all mind that y'all didn't want to say? That's. What?
I can't remember which question that was.
That's what I was
The
thinking.
house.
It
Wait in the
was
house.
it was the house.
Oh
thing.
yeah.
It was the house.
Oh, I've just heard of some scenarios that made me want to say no, that she couldn't. But if I'm marrying this person, I will speak for myself. I trust that I am stable enough in that relationship, and vice versa. That person being there for 20 minutes to come into my home, I'm not bothered by it. But my first thought was, oh no, I know of some scenarios where that reaction or the reality was totally different from what the person expected. So I understand people saying
Right.
Okay.
Same.
Same, huh? Yeah, I'm shocked. I'm shocked. Same. That's crazy.
That's crazy.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
That's crazy.
I mean, hey, if I agree, I have to agree, you know?
I believe you. I believe you. I'm gonna see the best. The Bible says, "Hope the best." Hope all.
That's it.
He saw the best in me.
Come on, Marvin.
Sing your songwriter.
Sing that to us though. Like if you don't sing
I'm
a
telling
song,
you.
sing it. Like
Be ready.
What did he
Instant in
see?
season and out of season. What did
oh my goodness. Well, thank everybody for joining us at the Set Apart Podcast. We're gonna sign up. You want to sign off to the people, Didi?
Sure. The first of the month, you should always change your what?
Toothbrush.
Don't you take that toothbrush into November. That's nasty. Don't do it. Hey, this is your girl Didi from Set Apart with Ren and Didi. Thank you so much for tuning in to this latest installment. Don't forget to subscribe to wherever you listen to podcasts.